this special episode of We Do Little, we are joined by diewiththemostlikes and Xerox for an episode of Con Air Live. Con Air is a Twitter space that Die, Xerox, and myself host every few weeks, full of bizarre banter and wacky stories. We were lucky to capture this one in person for the first time. We dive into hard liquid death, NFT conventions that are as sterile as dental conventions, corn dogs being used to penetrate every hole in the body, skydiving assisted suicide, microwaving ramen without water, and so much more weird and potentially funny shit. As always, this podcast is for entertainment purposes only and should not be relied upon for investment decisions. Andy, Deeze, and guests may own NFTs discussed.
This is Andy.
Yeah, I'm Deeze.
Are you an artist or like?
No, I work on Escher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
all right.
Andy 8052 is.
We're supposed to ask them that on the pod.
I don't want to.
Is this recorded?
Have this exact.
That's how we.
like,
No, I think that would have been really good.
That's how
like,
we started.
Hey, so.
Yeah. Wait. So wait, who the fuck are you?
Yeah, do you know that guy?
I now do.
Yeah. I think we might be in like a Twitter DM together or something.
Yeah.
No, maybe not though.
I don't know.
Maybe
we'll
we've
get
never
that shit
interacted
sorted.
before.
I need to force him on
I
Tezos.
feel like this is the right interaction right here, man. This is like.
Yeah. I bought some
This is what-
fuckers one time and got rugged.
I
on
see.
those,
I
so
fucked
that's
him
all.
up. I tried to get him on board in Tezos,
Oh,
and it was
right.
before I understood a lot about Tezos, and I was buying snazzy fuckers. And
Yeah,
snazzy fuckers were
I
like,
have some very rare fuckers.
they were like $5 or $6 grand.
Yeah.
Like they weren't
I
cheap.
wasted a lot of money on fuckers.
Tezzards.
I bought
Tessera.
10 of them.
Yeah, that's the wrong.
I was
move.
pretty sure.
Yeah, it was.
Don't fucking make moves after like Kevin
Dude,
Rose
I was
buys something.
pretty-
I think I was
Not a
in
fucking
before
good
Kevin
move.
Rose. I just didn't sell.
He's not an early adopter or whatever the fuck you want to call it.
No, they were going to be the punks of Tezos. It
Yeah.
made perfect sense.
Yeah,
That was the pitch.
They're still like I don't know. Some people still.
They're the environmentally friendly PFP project.
Yeah.
I actually did think the art was like kind of funny.
Oh, they're dope.
Yeah,
I
like
went
it.
way too into them. I just started bidding on all of them, and I started trying to get all my PFP friends, and I think I killed a whole generation of people on Tezos.
Just
Yeah.
took them out to the back of the shed.
Yeah, I
and
just
start
took them
blowing
all back
brains
out.
Yeah, I
Just lit
bridged
the
over
fucking
like
thing
10
on
grand
fire.
to Tezos and just burned it on lizards based on like how
I just
the tongues
biased
were.
all of them, and then it's
Yeah.
like, maybe in hindsight I shouldn't have done that. I didn't realize at the time.
They're pretty. They're still like I don't know. They're iconic as far as like.
They're
Yeah,
like
I think so,
200
too.
Tez still,
Yeah.
so they're not
Hold
zero.
up. Yeah, they're not zero.
You can still tax loss harvest them and then feel
I
good.
need to. I'm not even sure I have access to that Tezos wallet anymore. to be
I mean,
honest.
it's
There
something
you
comes
go.
up on the
That's
account.
good. It's more bullish, less supply.
yeah, it was a burn. I did it for the community.
right.
I'm like Gremlin in a lot of ways.
No, but it's one of those things where like, did you guys actually? You never hit talk.
I'm not sure if we
I
have.
don't think so. To be honest, I think there
That's
might be
fucking
more
funny.
than one Andy on Twitter. I could be wrong. So it's like unless that you're
Is he a punk?
Here, let me see if we have a.
Is he a
I don't
punk
think we do.
in your head?
Well, the funniest
No.
thing
He's
is like
stuck.
the question you asked him is like the
I
number
just
one
type
question.
Andy and would probably come up from mutual connections, right?
The
That
question he asked.
Yeah, the question he asked, just like, who are you? What are you doing here? Is like the number one question in NFT NYC, where you're just sitting there in a bar and somebody's just like, who are you? And you're
Yeah.
just like, I mean, like,
How do you even
I'm just
answer
a
that?
person here, right? I'm just sitting here, like,
I'm just
had
another guy, you know.
I'm just enjoying.
yeah,
I went to that. I told you I went to that Tezos one,
yep.
and it was like it felt like a dental convention to me. It was like white walls, bright as shit, and like so it's like really bright, and there's like television screens, and then there was like a stage, and the guys on stage were like, how do you disrupt big business using blockchain and shit? And like there's like DeFi people everywhere, and then like, meanwhile there's like art that's like trying to like somehow like survive in this fucking weird like, and there's like literally coffee, tea, and biscuits on the table there, and I'm like, oh fuck, I didn't get a lanyard.
They have, like, they have, like free cavity fillings. You just go there and just get some drills done.
Yeah,
Were people walking around
but
with
I
name
didn't
tags?
know any. I'm like,
Yeah,
like,
right.
I know so many people that are artists on Tezos. I didn't recognize a single face. So I was walking up to people like, hey, who the fuck are you?
It is.
What's your
a
deal?
question.
Hey,
What's your
what's
deal?
going on?
Yeah,
Who are
I
you?
don't know what the fuck is going
What are
on.
you? What are you? Like, what's going on?
That's the first question you ask anyone that you don't know.
But they were all like,
It is, yeah.
everyone
It's like,
I
what's your
spoke
Twitter
to-
account?
Yeah, what is it?
Well, yeah, I meet people like literally last night at a dinner that we hosted. I met people and I was like, "Hey, I'm Andy," and they were like, "Who?" like Andy 8052.
We literally
is like,
had
yeah,
a
yeah,
dinner
yeah.
for the
Like, you're
podcast.
nobody,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah, I had multiple people at a 30-person dinner last night. And I introduced myself, and they're like, "I have no idea who the fuck you are."
right?
The podcast for our listeners and the people who've been on the pod. They're like, they
Yeah,
don't
like,
know who he is.
They're like-
I don't know what drugs we took.
Right.
What is in the tap water in New York?
Definitely not good stuff.
No,
It tastes different.
it does taste like.
I actually really like.
I like
the
it. I
tap
dig
water,
it. Yeah,
The
not-
fucking tap water.
Have you
dude.
tasted the
I'm
tap
gonna
water?
fucking drink the tap water in this fucking place. Are you guys crazy?
No,
You guys-
New York
yeah,
has
I
really
do.
good tap
I
water.
think
People
so,
love
yeah.
it.
Yeah, no, it's
Lily
actually like
fucking-
pretty filtered and stuff.
She loves tap water here.
Here?
She
What's
said,
supposed-
"Fuck Evian, I would drink tap water."
It's
Yeah.
it just has that right mix of like rat piss,
Steel.
and, yeah, it's all the good stuff. But then it is. I think New York does actually like filter their water a lot because there's like so much fucking lime and everything that they have
They're
to.
putting
Otherwise, all the
research
pipes
on
would be
They're putting,
ruined.
yeah.
For sure.
I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
you gave me a water that's like pH like balanced and it's like ionized. So like I don't believe you when you say you like the tap water.
I don't. No,
Oh, okay.
but I'm saying people do.
Lila does.
Yeah.
We
no.
did a
Well,
blind.
I feel like
we
just
did a
have,
blind taste test.
Stockholm syndrome.
We were filling up cups with tap water and Fiji, and you could taste the difference immediately.
Yeah,
it's as noticeable as going from like Dasani to Fiji.
Yeah.
Well, I like it because the tap water like has flavor.
Anything to
Yeah.
Fiji is
Yeah,
like
I do
noticeable.
too.
It's
Yeah, it's like that nice
great.
red
But
flavor.
like, yeah,
Fiji is,
Evian,
like,
like,
really
I
good.
feel like we got some Fiji upstairs. It's
This
pretty
is
close
good.
to this. Yeah, we
I
got
like
Fijis
this.
too.
I like this a lot.
We could
actually.
do a fucking whole water podcast.
Yeah,
We
I like
should.
Essentia a lot. I don't know why. I don't.
How's the Bud Light water?
It's great. Yeah, Bud
The
Lights
spike-
are
the
kicking
spiked
ass.
water?
Spiked water, yeah. Spiked. What were we talking about? The spiked liquid death that we want to launch? Just like
Frying us.
bringing back that sober
Yeah.
culture back into like hardcore seltzer
Yeah.
culture.
Well, I think that'd be really good because I mean at this point, honestly, I feel a little bit ostracized for still drinking,
That's right.
and so like I just need a way where I can very like incognito have a beer while everyone else is just drinking water or smoking.
right. So the hard liquid death would do it.
Yeah.
Obviously. Yeah.
It already looks like you're drinking alcohol. when
It
you're looking
does.
like that.
So just throw a little hard on there. You could just reuse the one from Mike's and just put that same exact thing
Same
on there. It
font.
would
So
look fucking sick.
what if
yeah.
instead you launched something that was like a vodka soda, but it just looked like Sprite? It was like
I mean-
just a plastic bottle with like a
I mean, it's
knockoff
like
Sprite logo.
I got that fucking thing of rosin up there. It's called Spritzer. It's literally the
This
Sprite.
is hard liquid death a real beverage or is
no,
it?
No, I mean-
Not
I
yet.
mean, it could be, right? It
So
sounds
We're gonna
like
get
it
them
would
to
be.
sponsor.
We're
us.
gonna- so liquid death
It's like an
is
energy
like
drink.
So liquid death is like like a perfectly marketed, I guess, water. It makes
It's
no
the most
sense.
American thing ever.
It makes no sense why it's
It's in
so
a can,
expensive.
dude. It's fucking
it's canned
revolutionary.
water.
Oh, so it's a real water.
Yeah, and people are obsessed.
So
with
it was
like,
literally like the inception of it was to have water that looked cool to bring to a party if you're not drinking. And so it's canned. Its logo is like this skull that's on fire. It's called
Looks like it's
Liquid
in a
Death,
metal band.
and it's
Right.
literally
It
just
is.
I
water.
mean,
Looks kind of like the
How
shirt.
can
It is kinda
something
like
be
a-
cool without a skull? It's not
Yeah,
possible.
it'd be very
You
challenging.
fucking need a skull. It's
I mean,
like
if
a
it says
prerequisite.
death in the name and there's not
Yeah.
a skull, like
It's a
what's gonna
fucking
make you drink
prerequisite.
It's honestly like pretty genius branding that they did with all of it. It's one of those things where in retrospect
is.
you're like, yeah, that was pretty fucking.
I could have
smart.
done it.
That was-
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Well,
I mean,
how's everyone feeling this morning? By the way, I'm
very hungover.
Yeah.
I watched a lady do things with corn dogs that I didn't think anyone would ever do with corn
Yeah,
dogs.
normally you only see like fat guys at a state fair doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
know,
I mean,
right?
there's definitely
There was a state fair vibe for sure.
She had
I mean-
on a very bright outfit with the corn dog tray with multiple corn dogs, and it started out with just like some eating and regurgitation, and then it was a little light
Oh.
titty fucking with a corn dog, and then there was very nude penetration in all different styles.
You
for-
do realize you have to provide some context because people are going to think that you like walked into like some private fucking room.
So
to see
I
this
own
fucking-
these.
This was
NF
actually just me in the back.
It's like hey, I went and I arranged this. No, like
No,
yeah,
I
like,
didn't
This was
part
part of our dinner last night.
Yeah, you gotta
This
like
is why they were
provide
asking
some
Andy what he
background
did
here.
there. But no, the context is that like I own this NFT called Erect Guy.
All right.
And then I signed up on this website called Token Proof.
Mhm.
And then I got a ticket. And then I went to a thing called The Box. And then I watched this. So
This
that's
is
the context.
That's one hell of a utility that you don't usually assume.
No.
when
No,
you're buying
I
a
mean, that's
fucking
like
piece.
why the floor, I think, on these is like 180.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gotta
People
be.
really love
I
fucking
feel like
corn dogs.
I would have just been worried in that situation.
I mean, we have
like,
witnesses.
What if the corn dog falls apart while you're
Right.
like? I
So
feel
there was
there's
like a
some risk
special. So yeah, there was like a special corn dog that was very meaty
there. Okay.
that was
Oh.
used for some of the acts.
Okay, a
Was it-
little hardier.
So there was like
That's more
definitely there was
structure to it.
multiple corn dogs on
Okay.
the tray, right?
Was it kosher? You know? I don't know.
I couldn't make. I was
Halal
dealing
corn dog?
with it. Like
I don't think
like a
it's,
Huber National,
but,
like a Oscar Mayer. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think the
That was
Oscar,
local.
Oscar Mayer doesn't have like the girth to hold up. I don't think.
No, I
It's
don't
a
think so.
small dog.
Yeah.
You know, you need
Yeah.
like a ballpark or a Huber
Size
National
definitely matters for
or-
the dog,
Yeah, it
yeah.
does for sure.
I mean, the one looked like one of those.
Was there like a
2-pound broth?
Was there a lead up?
like
7-Eleven Big Bite.
yeah? Like,
Was it just like you showed up and then boom was like corn dog, or was
No.
there like some like
no? It
gradual like?
Well, you
foreplay.
go in and they say what type of food do you like, and they direct you
Yeah.
to a room, and
yeah, so you go in and there's like a bar, and then you gotta like either walk past the bar to get to the show area,
Got it.
or you go up top and there's like this little VIP balcony area. So like, you know, you finesse a couple bands, you go up in the VIP balcony area, and you're kind of like a
Sounds
bird.
pretty
You got like the
wild.
bird's eye view, so like you're not making eye contact with a lot of the performers, so
Right.
it feels like a little more voyeuristic and a little less live participatory.
less like SeaWorld and
But if you're in the front row, I mean, it's definitely more like Splash Mountain.
Right, I will not be in the fucking front row.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah,
That,
like,
those,
like,
that, like there's this scene
like,
that I
the
have.
people in the front row like get offered the corn dog to eat.
wait, actually,
Yeah,
did they eat it?
no.
Thank God, man.
But there was some other, you know, got one lady's dressed up. Her name was Daddy, and she was pouring shots for the person in the front.
Yeah,
Uh,
she crushed it, by the way. And the funniest part was like this dude was like, "I'm ready," and he had his mouth open. He was just ready to be absolutely destroyed by this lady's tequila bottle. And then she starts just dumping it, and like most of it's just falling into his eyes, and he just starts going nuts and like sneezing.
Pepper spray.
He's just like pepper sprayed, and then like this person sprints over with a towel and starts just dabbing his eyes down. He's just bleeding. I'm just like, it was the funniest thing I'd ever seen. I
Yeah,
was
so you
laughing
know what
so
you
fucking
expect. Like,
hard.
oh, we're at
Yeah,
the box, and they're like,
Yeah.
oh.
That's NFT utility right there.
that is. Well, can you imagine if you're? Yeah,
I'm
you-
imagining everything at this point.
Well,
It's
so
like,
you get back, like we talked about this before, and like you're like, I don't know if I would have been cool with like my wife. Or
No, I'm like if I went with
I'm
my.
there with-
I said no. I said no. I said
literally there.
But
with-
solo.
I
Wait,
said- I
yeah,
said-
Mrs. Deeze, what was your experience? Yeah, would you go back?
That was our second
I guess
time
you have
there.
gone back. Yeah.
We were there last year, so this is an NFT with recurring utility. You don't
No,
always know when it's gonna hit, but like you're in New York again, and they're like,
Like,
"Hey,
there
we're
you go.
running it back." Like last year, there was a bathtub, and there was a lot of water and wetness that was getting on the front row. Like there was like kind of like a fountain maneuver. And it's just one of those things where like you'll always have that in your head. Like I'm sure when I'm on my deathbed and my life's flashing before me,
Right.
and it's like a Jake Freed 60-second clip, 24 frames per second. Like one of those frames is just gonna be like
box.
Splash Fountain,
Yeah,
and then one of those other frames is gonna be the corn dog.
and then it's gonna be you like with like a cowboy like rope across your shoulder, chilling by a fence with like a straw thing down.
That's the
Just
last
kinda- That's the
one. It's
last
like-
slide. Yeah,
And then it ends.
All
I'm
right.
ready for Deeze's second life as a cowboy.
Yeah, same here. I am too.
I have an outlaw honorary. Maybe I'll fucking be a
Right.
cowboy. I don't want to give them free promotion on this. I don't know anything about them.
No.
How do you guys think about utility with NFT projects specifically? Like
fucking smooth,
like
smooth segue.
like
Transition.
fuckable utility.
This is how they
Yeah,
teach
How we
it.
gradually
This is
made
how they
our way
teach
into
it.
the fucking like the
Yeah.
conversation, the serious conversation of like
Yeah,
utility.
this is
Yeah, I
great.
mean it's like we're talking about utility.
Yeah.
Like we know.
I
Yeah,
don't-
you're in the big
like,
leagues now for
fuckable
podcasts. We take it
utility.
very
Fuckable
seriously.
utility, entertainment utility,
Yeah.
corn dog utility. I think like it's gonna become more and more of a feature at this point because like you have to differentiate yourself somehow. So whether it's like creating more work or like perks and benefits, like what if somebody else is doing it, then somebody else is capturing that people's attention. So like you're competing with someone who's like literally it's competition really for a lot of the higher end projects at least, right?
Yeah, I feel like there's only so much you can do though.
Yeah,
At a certain
I'm not
point,
doing
because
it.
it's just like they're like, all right, well, what are we gonna do this time? And it's like somebody already rammed a corn dog up their ass. So
think-
like, what's next? And
What
it's
was
like
the
it's
most
something
memorable part for you?
for
We got to
the
see
show.
we went the same day, but you saw the earlier one, and I saw
Yeah.
one at 1:30 a.m. when we're like passing out from exhaustion,
Right.
but
Yeah.
we're not sure if it's a corn dog. Yeah.
My favorite part was this compilation. So the same guy who got humiliated the first time with the shot in the eye, the same like hostess or whatever was walking around the bar and like she's like, somebody throw down a chewed lime from the balcony, and somebody throws down this like dirty lime, and then she's like digging in people's glasses for water and putting it in there. Was that you? You did the drink?
No,
Oh, you threw the lime. Incredible, dude. So he threw
job.
the chewed lime up, but she like compiles this disgusting drink, and then she gives it to this dude. She's just like, drink it, bitch. And he's just like, I do not want to drink this. And of course, everyone's like a Roman mob up there just being like, drink it. Like just freaking out, going all nuts. And like, and then he finally just like takes the sip and he's just like, that's all I'm doing. And he got, I mean, like he took the sip though. And I'm like, good God.
Did he get like a free rec
Honestly,
shot
that's
for
like
that
the
or
most
something?
entertaining
He got another
aspect
free
of it.
shot.
Like that idea.
You got a
of,
free
like,
shot. Yeah.
like them like humiliating the shit out of the audience is like
It's
like that's the
incredible.
real like
Yeah.
entertainment.
That's
right
the
there.
show,
You were
yeah.
telling me like some guy like she was looking for like a submissive volunteer or something.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Like there was like, hey, anyone like what was it?
Yeah, she goes out and she's like, who wants to get their ass whipped? And everyone's like, and like I'm like, thank God I'm not down there, dude. Like, I mean, I would have just dropped Traw right there.
Yeah,
Just-
you'd be like,
just
"Ah."
gotten destroyed. But this dude, this like guy just walks up. He's like, I'm ready, and he's just like this like I didn't know like kind of like a character. I wouldn't be able to pick him out of like a 3-person lineup right now. I don't know what he just like was a very chill looking dude or whatever, and he just drops
He's
Traw.
like, I have been waiting for
He's
this.
like,
moment.
she rips his shirt off and he drops Traw and she just starts whipping his ass and he's just like, sweet. And then like after it was done, he just pulled him up as though it were business as usual, buttoned him up. He just went back and was like, all right, cool.
done my
Drink,
work.
drink a Modelo. Yeah, it was awesome.
Damn.
It was great. The transition was flawless on it. It was really funny.
I appreciate that level of like nonchalantness of it. It's like, yeah, I'm good to go.
You'd have to pay me
I
multiple ETH
yeah.
to get my ass
I
right.
mean, in
So
front
like
yeah.
two ETH specific.
Wait,
Two
actually,
ETH would do
speaking
it.
of people's asses being hit, I saw something on Twitter. I think it was yesterday or the day before that there's an ass slapping league in like somewhere
Oh,
somewhere
dude,
in Eastern Europe, and it was just these. It was like a UFC ring, and then it was like these two somewhat jacked women, but like nothing crazy, in like stilettos and bikinis, and the one would just like bend over, and the other one would like warm her hand up and just smack her in the ass, and then they would just turn around and do it. I don't really know how you win,
Yeah.
but
bet
apparently
on
that's a
that?
thing.
Everyone wins.
You
I
can bet
guess.
on
yeah,
anything.
everyone wins.
So,
Yeah.
like
The
the
viewers
they're
win.
coming up with these like new sports.
It's like Dana White's power
Yeah.
slapping.
Dude,
but
there's like
yeah.
slap sport that I'm pretty sure Dana White bought their franchise of like two guys like smacking the crap out of each other's
I
faces.
saw that, yeah.
And there's like this other one where have you seen the wrestling in the cars?
Yeah.
So there's two
Yeah,
guys
yeah,
that
yeah.
are like seated in a car and they have
I've heard
like
this is a big
full,
deal.
like they have their like seatbelts
What
on.
are we doing?
And then it starts and it's like a jujitsu match. Like, hey, how'd you man? Like whatever. And it's just like beating the crap out of each other in a car.
It's like modern day sumo wrestling.
It's sick.
It's a
Yeah, it
fucking
kinda
televised
is, yeah.
sport, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, what if we took like the car action scenes from a movie and made it a competitive wrestling sport?
The next thing are gonna be skydiving.
Yeah.
Like,
What
what
if
if
two
knock
people have to
someone out
fight?
before they can pull their parachute? It's like, oh,
Yeah.
it's over.
It's over.
Flat, like-
Yeah. Well,
I don't know,
that's
man.
how I want to go out is like skydiving, and then like if I'm like super old and like I know I'm gonna be donezo, like I just want to be hurtling towards Earth, and then everyone on the ground is like, pull the chute, pull it, pull that chute, and then I'm just cruising and just like going completely at it, and everyone's like, pull the fucking chute, and I just never pull, and I'm just done.
You
thought it
ruined that
through,
instructor's
yeah.
life. And, like,
Yeah. That's what I
Elderly
do.
I think that'd be good.
That's how I'm going out, dude. Similar to it's like it's a new service that we could start.
Yeah.
for that.
That's
Yeah,
a
just be
new
like,
way.
Who
It's-
wants
They
to
have like a
skydiving purely for
suicide.
suicide. There isn't even a shoot.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no. Yeah. You
It'd be
just go
cheap
out
to
there.
do.
Would
You just need a plane.
You just need a plane.
It's
That's
one
right.
plane ticket.
Why was right? You see, just a single.
Buy a
There you
funeral.
go.
Buy a
There you
plane
go.
ticket.
Yeah, you buy a plane ticket. Then you don't have to invite people to your funeral. You just say, "Hey, come watch me skydive." You're like, this is my life dream. I really want to do it. Come watch
You
me.
just throw
skydive."
everyone
Yeah,
together
all
and
your
watch
friends
it.
come to watch. Like, this is
Guys,
something I've always wanted to do.
I'm
and
gonna
then it's
crush
like-
it.
Yeah.
And you have a GoPro on during it, so you can like record the footage
Yeah.
and then give it to anyone who cares to watch it and stuff.
And then, like, you still
Burial-
have a
like-
fruit platter and stuff.
Exactly.
There.
It's actually,
It's like when you're done with the roller coaster, there's a few screens where you can see your facial reaction
Think about it.
when they
Well,
hit the
there's-
ground.
Picture this scene right now. You get
Just memorialize
all your like basically you have a funeral, right? You set everyone up, right? And there's a casket, and you're shooting for the casket.
Oh, that would be.
That's like I have a buddy who skydove into his wedding. It's like
Oh.
that, and you skydive
That's
into the casket
perfect,
to end
dude.
it. Yeah.
It would be great. Like you're on the
Guy-
plane,
the
and
guy
it's
actually
just
did that with his wife or without his wife. Sorry.
So it
was he wearing white too? Just to,
No,
like fully
so
take
this
the show.
it was an Indian wedding, and so it's like a whole
Okay,
multi-day
sick.
event, and so it was like on like a beach house, and so this was like day 2 of day 3 of the wedding, and the night before we're all like super fucked up, and I knew something was up because he kept coming over to me and he was like, bro, just make sure you're here by like 8 a.m. tomorrow. And I'm like, okay, like
Yeah, I'm gonna be here.
It's like they said to be here by 8 a.m. and like it's your wedding, like I'll be on time. And he's gonna be like, you gotta be here, you gotta be here. And then it's like 8:30 and he's not there, and I'm like, something's going on. And then all of a sudden you see someone like falling from the sky down to the beach, and it was sick.
That's sick.
Yeah, and so he like landed, and then like his whole family went over and like picked him up, and he came in. Yeah, it was sick.
Dude, you're gonna tell him about this idea. Say, hey, in 60 or 70 years or whatever, yeah.
Listen, when you're fucking done, let me know. And I have a bit that I think would be pretty funny.
Straight to the
We
cat.
could run it back.
We're gonna go on Shark Tank and pitch this thing.
You definitely
Just
could
like-
get like a nice sponsored shoot that like breaks. So like
Yeah.
maybe like Walmart or
Yeah.
like Diners, Drive-Ins and Dive sponsors it.
Triple
It's just a
D.
flag that
Well,
goes
hold
out.
on. This is giving me an even better idea. What if you do it, but you also make it like a lawsuit thing where like your service is basically they die during this and you find someone for their family to sue so they can get some money out of it in the end.
Oh, perfect.
And so like the plane company is actually helping you like commit suicide but make it seem like it was an accident. And so like your family gets your life insurance
Oh, yeah.
and they can maybe
Assisted
sue
accident.
the
I like this
the-
idea. We
is-
should
this
talk
is
about this
great.
more off the microphone. You know?
We should-
We might need to get a new startup
It's
guy.
like, I don't know.
Right?
We should
Yeah,
edit
for
this part
sure.
out.
We're bringing
Discuss
a
it
whole
further.
new meaning to the word drop.
Yeah.
It's just like
Yeah, that's
you haven't
drop.
seen any drops until you've seen this.
That's utility.
Really.
Yeah.
That's utility.
That's how you set up your family with generational wealth.
Mm-hmm. It really is, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
fuck.
some people work 60 years to set their family up. Like you can do it one drop.
One drop.
One
Just
drop.
Get out there, yeah.
Final drop.
And then like leading up to it, it's just a normal flight. So like you're just
Yeah.
like sitting there reading like Angels and Demons, the Da Vinci Code, and they're like, "All right, it's up," and you're like, "All right, cool." You're like, just
The guy next to you drank too much
Yeah,
V8.
exactly. Dude, puked on himself with V8. Oh man, so funny. So what's everyone's plans today? You're flying? You're getting out of here, right?
I'm gonna head to a bar, but I got so smashed last night. I just can't fucking drink. So it's like a, I don't know, dry bar for me. You know what I mean?
You could do the shampoo effect and have one and just set you off again. Have you heard about that?
No.
It's like the people
Shampoo
call
effect.
it the shampoo
Or
effect.
the hair of the
It's just
dog.
like you rinse and repeat essentially. So like the one beer just sets you off into another blackout more or less.
Right.
So you could dabble in that if you felt
I could.
frisky
I'm gonna,
enough.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's definitely tempting.
Just
It's
cringe.
interesting.
I mean,
It's
we'll
have you-
show
have you
you're
guys
at an
ever-
hour. Like you never
Have you
know.
guys ever flown while like or like done like the whole song and dance of a flight while extremely drunk?
Song and dance of the
Like getting to the airport, going through security, all of that.
Really?
I have, yeah.
It's really weird.
It sucks too.
Yeah,
like
it's
pretty-
really not
Yeah,
good.
I don't
It's
think
not
we
looking
could.
forward to
It's
that
not
up
good.
yet at all.
We made the bad decision of just trying to do the like, oh, we'll just like stay up all night, go to
Yeah.
the airport when
Oh,
Dude,
when we got to be there at 5 a.m.
So I did that when I was in Berlin for a hackathon back in like 2019. My flight was at like 3 a.m. like the day after like the after party for ETH Berlin, and I was like, I only brought like a backpack of shit. I was only there for the weekend. I was like, I'll just go to the after party, go straight to the airport from there.
Easy.
I get to this fucking
Simple.
German airport, like not blackout drunk, but pretty close.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know where the fuck I'm going. Like everything's in German,
Yeah.
and German people are like not chill. And so like they're pushing me around. Like, oh, go over here, go over here. I get in the wrong line for security. I get to the end. They're like, no, you're not in the right line. Go over here. I like almost missed my flight. I was the most hungover of my life, I think, just because you get so dehydrated in
Oh,
the
yeah.
plane.
Is this
Absolutely.
Berlin?
Yeah, this was from Berlin back to New York.
Dude, Berlin is such like I've met a lot of people at this point from Berlin. They're like some of the stories they tell me about that place. I'm just like dying to go. They had
It's
this
such
like
a weird place. You guys would like it a lot.
apparently they have this like airport that's been there forever, right? And they've been meaning to build another one, but the other one took like 20 years to build. So like everything that is in this thing is like 20 years old already.
Oh.
So like all the like fucking plugs and all the fucking shit are like outdated. But it was such a big event for them that they were sold tickets to the airport. People were buying tickets like they're going to a theme park.
Wow.
And they would all dress up as if they're going on a trip with their luggage and everything to like attend the fucking like airport. So like, who are these fucking Germans?
I
They're,
I feel
like,
bad.
Berlin
for
is
them.
like by
interesting.
far the weirdest city I've ever been to.
Yeah.
they got like some really eccentric, like
Yeah.
specific like things that they're like into. It's like really fucking pretty amazing. I
Well,
love
because like us dressing up, going to the airport is putting on like a skid marked pair of like
it was
pajama
like
pants and like
they
a
were like
fucking,
trolling the government, I guess, right?
Yeah.
They're like,
Yeah.
hey, like we're going.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, yeah.
How do you feel about culture toward clothing now where it's just literally like you could walk around wearing a diaper.
I love it, dude.
Yeah,
I'm
be
all
shirtless.
I'm all in on it.
I love
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Are you in on it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. What the fuck?
People
I'm gonna
bitch
wear,
about
like,
it.
shiny shoes or
Yeah.
something. Like, fuck
Well, I
that,
think-
man.
I think there's like it's funny because there's like always the argument that like, oh man, if you're like dressed nicer, you're like more like apt to behave better or something. I'm just like, who gives a fuck? Let's just get after it. Let's
I don't
get
wanna
back to our
behave.
truth.
Yeah,
I don't want to
I don't
behave. Yeah, I'm cool.
I don't want to behave.
What about you? Are you like if you
I don't know. Like I've been someone who's never really cared about fashion until the last couple of years, and like God bless her, she's always trying to push me to look not like I went to Target and just bought everything on the clearance
Same.
rack and walked out.
Same with me. Yeah.
So in that sense, I care a little bit. Like obviously, like I care enough to like match some colors. And, like,
Yeah.
not just fucking put on a Hanes stained T-shirt, but
Yeah.
dump my coffee on it, and then like 2 different socks because I couldn't be asked to like dig through the hamper, and maybe I'm not wearing underwear, I'm wearing swim trunks. Like I don't know, like.
Well, I think I think like to your point. Well, I guess part of me misses the part where like you dress up for a nice dinner or something because like or like you're out and about and like you're like,
It's
okay,
like-
sweet,
it's
I
like
look all right.
special,
It's something
right?
occasion, but then like
Yeah.
now you're out and like people are rocking the fuckable Yeti cooler hat and they're rocking like SpongeBob pants and like an M&M's jacket.
I
You're
mean-
just like. Shit, man! Like, yeah, it just blew $90 on that steak, but somebody's like farting up a storm, and it's like, it's rough. Dude. I don't know. Yeah,
SpongeBob jokes.
yeah.
I think the standards are so low now where like you
They
can
are.
like ride
That's the
above
thing.
them very easily.
Oh yeah.
Whereas like before,
Yeah.
like you'd be like, ah, shit. Like now it's just like, all right, I'm gonna wear like long sleeve shirt.
Yeah.
And it's
I
just
washed
all
my
fun.
clothes.
Look at this,
Like I'm not the
Yeah.
person who's gonna show up in like a wife beater and like,
yeah,
I'm gonna smell like shit, and so
Yeah.
I won't be the worst person there. It's fine.
But the one thing I'm grappling with now is like cool when you're getting older is like Johnny Depp's been like buying bracelets since he was like fucking like
Dude,
25. This guy's like walking around with like the most number of accessories I've ever seen.
Who
Like,
said
every
Jack
finger has-
Sparrow?
yeah,
So-
he is. He's
So you
slowly
gotta
descending.
like, you gotta start understanding where the line is,
And so
where,
for you,
where
it's
you should
bracelet?
not be fucking around. It's like maybe you don't have like a ring on every finger.
You're dead on.
I'm probably can't pull off like eyeliner or whatever the fuck he's doing. You know what I mean?
What
So,
about an infinity scarf? He rocks like
Yeah,
a scarf
yeah, I
that
do
has
the
like
scarf.
five, goes
I-
around his head
I
like
fuck with
600
the
times.
scarf, man.
I could
do
totally
fucking-
see you rocking a scarf
Yeah,
when it's a
man.
little chilly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see
You
it.
thought about like
I do like a
fleshlight
psycho
gauges?
killer like
What's that?
look that I
Flashlight
really
gauges.
bust
Oh,
out
that'd
every
be
now and then. You know what I
I
mean?
like
I
that.
look like a fucking scientist or something. It's like, confuses people properly. It's nice.
Wait, we talk about how I feel like everyone now wears like a ring on every fucking finger.
That's
Yeah.
yeah.
I
I,
feel
I
like it
don't
wouldn't
like
be
like
comfortable.
one ring. I clap my hands. I'm like, oh, that kind of fucking.
Yeah.
hurts.
I
Why'd
put a
do
whoop
that?
on for like
Like-
3 days, and I was like, I can't use my right hand anymore.
Yeah.
I can't imagine like having all that shit on your hands. I don't know. I don't understand it.
I don't wear much.
I don't even wear my wedding ring because it's just like it's too uncomfortable. Neither of us. do.
Yeah,
I just like it just
mine's, like,
sucks. It hurts
heavy.
my fucking
Yeah.
hand.
I told
mine's
Ali
heavy.
I'm getting a tattoo, and like I'm gonna get a wedding ring, but I'm just gonna get a tattoo.
They
What
make
ta-
those,
what
like,
ta- what
soft
tat are you
ones.
getting? Because like, oh yeah, I had that for a while and that annoyed me still too.
I feel like my dad wears that, and I just can't do that. It's something to me that's just like wearing a silicone band as your wedding ring just doesn't do it for me. I don't know.
Well, so what tat are you gonna get though? Because like I was thinking about it, but the ones I've seen look awful. Like
I'm
they're just like, hey, it's like a fucking barbed wire rose
Yeah.
thing, and I'm just like, oh god, like I'm gonna look like an idiot. Like,
Yeah.
the-
I'm probably just gonna do like a thin line or something.
oh, that's cool.
because I have a lot of like fine line tattoos already.
Yeah.
And that's what I like, and so I'll just do like a thin line, and then if it looks like shit after a few years, because it probably will, it'll cost me $50 to get it fixed
Yeah,
up, because
that's
like
cool.
it'll deteriorate over time anyways, because it's my hand.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
nothing crazy, just something where if I'm not wearing a ring, it's not like, oh, I'm not wearing anything, I at least have that.
Yeah, I got you.
So what are you doing tonight? You asked me what I'm doing. I might do something if I can make a couple things. I'll try and.
What time's your
Yeah.
flight at?
It's 8:40 now. It's supposed to leave on Saturday morning. There's this. You guys know about this Sotheby's glitch shit?
oh, we got
Yeah,
yeah.
Caught
yeah.
catching wind of this thing.
Yes.
So there's like a panel going on, discussion. I think it's actually Friday. I think it's tomorrow.
Okay.
But I wish I was here for this fucking thing because like I don't, Zuckerberg's sister. Do you remember that video?
Randy?
Yeah,
Randy.
I was on her.
She's
I was on
moderating
her
it,
fucking podcast,
which is like, oh,
it was
okay, I don't
totally
know.
insane.
I just want to see like if he's gonna start with
You were
a
on
song.
a pod.
I was on her podcast. It was like a
Maybe, like,
15-minute podcast. It was
Is there a
crazy.
song in the beginning?
I hope
like,
so.
I can't wait.
I listen to that song at least once a week. I'm not even kidding.
Oh, wow.
man.
Fuck.
I-
Kind of like the new Rebecca
it's-
Black or
it's-
something.
Yeah,
that
something
sounds-
about it to me.
That's like self-inflicted, like when people like hurt themselves to feel better,
Yeah.
right?
Well, that's like
you gotta look
we're all
into
gonna
that,
fucking
man.
make it, guys.
I don't know.
If we listen to the song enough, we're all gonna make it.
No.
So what do you think's gonna go down? Because she's moderating a
Well,
group
there's like
of
the
like
people. Yeah.
Wait,
like,
who's on the panel?
Oh, like
Everybody.
amazing.
Incredible.
Yeah, amazing. So Rosa Menkman, who's like a very well-respected like glitch artist from. She's Dutch, so she lives in Amsterdam, but yeah, she's just incredible. She's like written books, and she's very well respected. Again, this is an auction that was like not any of this. before,
Yeah.
right. So Danya is another like glitch artist that's gonna be on the panel. But before all this, long story short, it's like X copy style glitch.
Yeah.
Right. So all the people that were chosen were all men, which was like a
Yeah, I
problem
remember
for
seeing Patrick's tweet about it and all that.
yeah, it was a problem for all of us. We were like,
Yeah.
all of us were talking to Sotheby's and like trying to get something moving. And he kind of tweeted and did his thing. But now it's like the complete antithesis. So like Sotheby's has like minimum requirements. Like if you want to feature a lot, like that's gone. And all the people that are like legitimately like really should be in like an auction like this, that are like genuine like glitch artists from like they have like their own history, their own fucking thing. They're pretty much like features 16 new artists basically. So
And they're
like,
all
there were 16 before, and now there's 16 more.
Just
Right?
Wow.
Yeah. So there's 32 like more lots. I mean, it's gonna be interesting. I kind of, one thing is like Xcopy. Even my work's in there obviously is Xerox, but like my work is never gonna sell for what like Xcopy's work is gonna sell for. I don't know, a couple $100,000 at least, right? So resell. So now the question, as far as I'm concerned, is like, okay, well, the new artists are here. Like, that's great, but like the lots need to sell. Like, this is like at the end of the day,
16 more collectors or 16
dude,
more.
That's a lot more money bidding on all
the
this shit.
disparity is that. Is
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
as far as I'm concerned, like it's like nice, but like hopefully they'll get a lot of love, and I know the artists that are already in the auction from before, like they're gonna show love.
So can you bid an ETH for these things?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, okay.
they're accepting ETH and
Okay.
stuff.
Similar to Christie's, where you can like tie your identity to your wallet, which everyone loves to do.
Right,
and
they love. Yeah.
go on the website and sign in, and then bid with you.
Gotcha. Okay.
I remember
got you.
I did one Sotheby's auction once, but this was before they accepted ETH. It was pretty painful, honestly. Like after I won, it took like over a week to get the work. They like, I don't know. It was just
It's
like a
not
really
like
weird
crypto,
experience.
very crypto,
Yeah.
We're so
right?
Yeah, and it's like emailing
Exactly.
someone like, "Hey, when do I get
Yeah.
this NFT now?"
Dude,
Like,
there's a lot of issues. Like you don't actually see the bids, right? So like
Yeah.
I don't like people bid on the auction before it was like canceled and rescheduled. None of us know who those people are.
Right.
that's
Oh,
annoying.
it just
Right.
says the amount.
Yeah, well, they take the bids. They're settling it themselves, right?
Yeah, so it doesn't-
Because like these traditional auction houses, like, and a lot of people don't
Yeah.
like maybe know, but like they do this thing called buyer's premium.
Mhm.
So like the hammer price or what it sells for, they tack on like in some cases 20 to 28%,
Crazy.
right? So what you buy, yeah, it's fucking wild, man.
you're
but-
like, oh, I stole this, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, holy shit, wait, I owe another
Yeah.
25%.
It's fucking wild.
Jesus
But that
Christ.
panel might be a bloodbath. Like they,
Mhm.
there's a slight chance that like
That's
they're gonna
very chaotic.
dig in. No, because all the people in the auction right now are like, they really care about crypto art. They really
Yeah.
care
Yeah.
about like
Glitch
their
art.
stuff. Yeah. So like they're like, if you put them on the stage, those people that are on the stage are all like, they have a tremendous amount of fucking integrity. So they're gonna say whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Doesn't matter like who's asked what you'll ask.
Brandon Zuckerberg.
You
That's
can
what
ask,
I'm
you can ask
thinking
as many
about.
like sweet questions as you want, but you're gonna get like answers that like
Yeah.
that's why.
So to see like how she handles that.
dude, I'd love to fucking be
Yeah.
there, man. to be
I
honest.
might go, man, dude. Because I was talking to Empress Trash. Shout
Yeah,
out to
yeah.
Empress
I
Trash
just
is
hung out
one of the
last night.
raddest fucking artists out
Yeah.
there. But she was cracking up, and I'm just like, I mean, she does not give a fuck, dude. She will go after it.
Yeah,
So like,
I
we'll
bet
see
you
what
she's
happens.
gonna go and like everyone's gonna go. And
Yeah, it's gonna be
a fucking awesome.
Oh, it's
scene,
gonna be
man.
incredible.
Oh, I love that.
Hilarious.
Yeah, just burning it down for
What time?
Yeah.
free,
On
yeah.
Friday?
I don't know. I gotta look into it. I think because I'm leaving
Like
tonight,
afternoon or like?
So, yeah, I think it's actually. Yeah, I think it's like
We
early.
did a fucking pod.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, it's gonna be good.
Is it
You'll
going to be
hear
a live
about it.
stream? You think?
dude.
I don't know, man.
Someone's got to record it. I think
Yeah.
Robness is going too.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he would. Yeah, it would be hilarious to watch
Yeah, we,
him. record
last
it.
night we went
Swear
to this
to God, bro.
refract.
You
You
gotta
guys,
go-
have you gone
I gotta
to
go
the
and
refract
go.
thing?
Where to go?
No, I haven't.
Zero
Be
space.
awesome.
No.
This zero space fucking place, like the venue was sick, man. It looked like basically a giant nightclub.
Okay.
And there was like a great DJ set and like pitch black industrial, like massive, right? So that was last night. And then, Rob Ness, like he was there and a few others were there, like Neurocolor and these guys. And we went to a bar afterwards and the rest is me fucking drinking like a, deranged human being. I don't know how I told you, I got into an Uber pool. Like I was so
You got
sad.
You're a demon.
They still have Uber pools?
You should get.
Are you sure you didn't just like get in someone
Dude,
else's Uber?
I just
They're
got
like,
into the car and the first
Uber
thing I did was
pool at
close my
3
eyes,
a.m.
just like
Yeah.
breathing exercises. Like I
I've
was
had that where you're in the car and you're just
yak
way
all
too
over
drunk
these
and you're
people.
like, just keep it together. Just keep
Yeah.
it together.
You should have gotten the Uber pool
It
copter.
takes forever to fucking get everywhere, at least for me here. Like between Manhattan and Brooklyn
Yeah.
on these Ubers.
You got to take the L train is like.
The train is.
I've
it's
taken it. I got
Okay.
lost on that shit for like 2.5
Oh
hours.
god.
What's your drink of choice? What were you drinking last night?
I drink gin, but
You like
I'm
gin
probably not
tonic,
gonna
or-
fucking drink gin
Yeah,
for a
that's-
long
yeah.
time now. Yeah, gin and bourbon are like my choices. Like
So, well, yeah. Do you guys feel that same frenzy? I don't know if everyone feels it. You've clearly felt it last night, but where it's just like you have like 3 to 4 beers, and then you become God mode, and you just think you can go and go and go. And then I don't know if it's about the event or what, but I just feel like everyone is ratcheted up like 100 fucking times. Like everybody's just out of their minds, and like you're like, I'm matching, dude. Like I'm going blow for blow.
I feel like
I love it, dude.
I
Yeah.
feel like part of it is just New York as a city. And I think that's part
I
of
think
like
you're right, yeah.
why I'm like totally chill to go home and go to bed at like 10 o'clock because I
Yeah.
live here. And so like I'm kind of more used to it. But I do think that New York, like when you're visiting or if you really want to like have a night out, it does bring a little extra out of you. Something about it.
Yeah.
yeah, it's
I mean,
good energy.
I wake up today, like my heart beats loud. Like look at this fucking thing on my phone. I'm like, oh, I'm like I slept with a heart rate of like 80 beats per minute all night. And it's like it's flagging me. It's like, dude, your HRV. It's like normally like 90. It's like 25. Like you're good. And it's like, oh yeah, man, it's a night out at 3 a.m. And like you get a tequila shot at 2:30 that you definitely don't need. That your friend.
That's what does it is the tequila shots
is.
at like after 2 a.m.
It's like we just
never
watched
does.
the
This is
corn
so
dog thing.
stupid,
It's like
yeah.
we're getting ready to probably call it a night. Yeah, what's another shot? And then wake up, my
Because
heart
it doesn't even add to the night.
No,
it's like
not
you're about
at
to go
all.
home and go to bed. And you're
No.
like, yeah, I'm like pretty fucked up. Let's ruin it. Let's end the night on a good
Yeah.
note where I can't remember anything after this point.
And it
But-
was that was last night.
That's what it is.
And then
yeah.
we're up at like 9, and we're like, no, we're talking like Jake first. At
Yeah,
10
well, so
o'clock, and it's like-
I wake up at like 7 a.m. and I'm fine because I had like 2 glasses of wine last night, and I look on Twitter
Wow,
and Deeze
look at
was
you.
tweeting like 3 hours prior, and I'm
That
like,
heart just beating.
and I'm like, are we gonna have a podcast
mistakes were
this
made
morning?
in like a digestive system that I own.
Yeah, and so yeah, I'm just scrolling Twitter and I see one tweet from Deeze 4 hours ago. I'm never eating a corn dog again. And I'm like, I messaged in the chat. I'm like, so how are we looking for this morning? What do we think? Like, we doing
Gonna
a
ride?
podcast?
Yeah, can we talk still?
I
or-
made it. We made it.
Yeah,
It
you
was
good. Yeah.
It was one
Yeah,
of those
Deeze was
things-
like, I don't feel good, but I'm awake.
It's one of those things you just drink some water and you
Yeah.
fucking power through it. And if you really need to,
There's no problem finding weed in this fucking city. I'll tell you that
it's
much.
great.
It's like the
Especially
first day I
Williamsburg.
walked out, there
Yeah.
were 50 smoke shops, and I like walked into one.
dude, is it bad that I'm so picky that I won't buy any of it?
It's not bad. It's like
I'm
you're
just
you're a
like-
connoisseur, man.
Right?
You're like an aficionado.
We walked down like
Yeah, it's
Bedford
like, I don't drink
Avenue,
barefoot
and it's just
wine.
like people
You're right.
rolling
Yeah.
stuff, but I'm just
You're
like,
like,
I don't buy
yeah,
any of this. Like,
yeah.
I don't know what this is.
I went into one store originally, and it was like, you know where Dime Square is? It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Dime.
I guess it's
Square?
like
It's a
East,
very small area.
Okay.
East like Manhattan, I think, right? But I walked into the store, and it was like they had like bars everywhere, and it was like you have to put your money through. Like
Oh,
it was like it was one of those places where, and it had a huge sign. It's like, don't fucking enter this fucking door. Like you'll die if you walk in.
Like, guy just
I was like,
pointed
"All right."
at it.
So I go up and I'm just like, hey, like, do you have like sativa? Because I like chill stuff. And the guy's like, no. And then I turn around, there's like some guy that's standing there. He's like, I got sativa. And I'm like, I'm like, should I do this loud? Right?
Right.
And then I'm like, all right, man. And then he looks at me, he's like, are you a fucking cop? Right? And I'm like,
He's like, are you a fucking
we're in a
cop?
weed, I'm like, we're in a
Just that
weed store.
Spider-Man thing.
What a-
I'm trying to, no, I was just trying to do the calculus. I'm like, we're in a fucking weed store.
Yeah, what?
Like, what is this?
Yeah.
What is
What's
this?
my bit? If
I'm not
this
wearing
was
a
happening,
What is this
Yeah.
cop
What's
going
my
around
end
to
game?
fucking weed stores to score like a
to
dime?
score exclusively sativa? Like,
Well, that was
right.
me on Sunday. Like, we flew in. I got this fucking electronic dab rig. It's flashing an error message. And I'm like, this thing's broken. I need to buy a new one. I go on the app. I check it. It's like, oh, there's one 2 blocks away. We go there. It's not a weed store. It's a medical dispensary. I walk in.
That's good, right?
I asked them.
You have to have a medical card, but yeah.
You have to have a medical card, which
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't have. I'm like out of state, no medical card. I walk in and I'm like, I'm just here to buy this Puffco thing. Yeah, we can't sell that to you without medical card. But the guy's like, but if you want, like, I'll just like give you my phone number. I'll sell you hash. And I'm like, is this a setup? Like, I'm in the medical.
Are you a cop?
Oh, it's the same thing. It's like
fucking
I'm in the
elaborate
medical
fucking
thing, and I'm
setup.
like, there's no way he should like on camera in front of his coworkers
Right.
offer to sell me the medical drugs recreationally
Yeah.
through his phone number
Right.
in the
Yeah,
front
no one
door.
cares in New York anymore.
I tried to
No,
buy it
it's
from the
great.
guy. I put my hand in my pocket, and I don't know what the fuck it is about the U.S. Like, no offense, but what's up with these fucking ones you guys are handing out to, like, nonstop? There's like fucking all these like soggy ones that I end up with after every single day of like using cash. Like, bro, like in Canada we start at 5, and like most of the known world starts at like higher denominations. But anyway, so I bust out these ones. This guy's looking at me like, fuck.
He's like, all right, you just came from the strip club or something.
You want 21s? Like,
Yeah.
Soggy ones.
dude, like, well, your currency is also like we have like plastic currency in Canada, Australia. I think the UK has it.
Really?
Yeah. It's like, you want to see it? I'll give.
Yeah. Let me see if I didn't
But it's
know
like
there's plastic.
it's like you can wash it under a faucet.
Wow.
Yeah, it's wild. Here's 50.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, it's cool.
So it's like it's hard to get dirty, basically. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
We like it dirty here, though. I think.
Yeah,
It has, like, little
I'm
nice-
starting to understand that with the
Is that
fucking corn
braille?
dog incidents and
It's
shit.
braille.
Yeah, it's got
It has
braille.
fucking braille marks on it.
Yeah, other countries have their shit together.
Yeah, that's too fucking nice for us, dude.
I like to carry this around. It's like,
I mean, you just like that doesn't get.
no, doesn't get anything.
Nah. See, the thing about the U.S. dollar that's nice is like you can burn it, or like you can get it
Nice.
wet. It's
You
like,
could burn this. It would
that-
be plastic fumes. Plastic
that's part of the utility.
Jesus, like the thing about it is, you
Part-
could like roll a joint with it if you really had to.
Yeah,
if you're
yeah.
really in a pinch.
Like, imagine if you like every time you traded your NFT, it just degraded like 2%. Like that's like the U.S. dollar.
Did Mark want to take his shit or something? Where
Yeah,
did he
no,
go?
Hopefully.
the Bud Light was really
Yeah.
Yeah.
the spiked Bud Light. But what we do is we just keep going.
No, we're rolling.
Oh, yeah.
just
man.
act
Yeah.
like it's just
Yeah.
like part of the show.
It is a part of the show.
So what else have you done in New York?
We went to this place called the Dream House. You guys heard of this thing?
No.
No.
It's like a I don't know what you want to call it. It's like weird. It's like this Hare Krishna energy. It's like a
Harry Christian.
It's like
energy.
it's the
Hare Krishna.
Krishna.
Oh.
I'm saying it's got this like it's a Hari Krishna. Sorry,
Sorry, no, you're
But
good.
Very
like
Harry Christian
Harry
energy.
I was
Harry
like,
Harry
what is
Christians as well.
Is that Sasquatch?
But like, yeah, it's like it's on a second floor, third floor, or something of this like random building. It's like a random door you buzz in, but it's been the same exhibit or same room since like the late 1960s. So it's like there's two huge subwoofers, you know, like Ohm or whatever. It's like that got that like drone fucking
Yeah.
sound, and then you just like lie down on the floor, which is like carpet, like a bunch of hippies, and we did that for like half an hour.
Sounds
And just,
wonderful.
That's
yeah,
cool.
it's pretty good. I'll send you it's weird as fuck. And the floor is just shaking from like the subwoofer, and you're like, okay, like, but it's
Did it
enough
hurt your
weird.
ears at all? Because that's something I'm finding the older I get. Like,
Oh, dude, the show
I-
last night I was bleeding out. I'm
I
like,
feel like
dude,
I
I'm
need to
like,
wear
get a
fucking
Kleenex
earplugs,
and
dude.
tap it. Which, by the way, speaking of Kleenex, I got to bring this up, dude, because I just took a piss. And
We were wondering
I
if you were
blew-
pissing your shit
Well,
out.
I blew my nose up there, and you guys have the same toilet paper that we do at our Airbnb, B&B, single ply,
yeah,
not
oh,
not a
There's
like,
one
just, like,
roll of Charmin that is.
Oh, there
is.
is?
It's
Okay.
like that's the Grail. It's like has
So-
a little mark
It's
on
a
it.
New
but-
York-
Is this
New
a
York
New York
harshness.
thing? You
It's
have
a
to
New
do
York
single
thing.
ply?
Dude,
I'm like, dude,
even
I'm
the-
losing my mind.
even
$100
the hotels
I-
and stuff
We can't
have
have a
single
$2
ply.
Wow,
paper
holy
up there.
shit,
Yeah,
dude.
so you're wiping with like 7 or 8 pieces at least. Like you need some serious.
I
protection
travel with
there.
wet wipes everywhere.
That's
That,
smart.
dude, those like dude wipes,
You
or
have
whatever
to.
those.
No,
Yeah, I-
just normal cotton now.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
I
dude,
might start,
you
dude.
cannot.
This single
be
ply is in my head.
overprepared in
Yeah.
today's society.
Dude, especially when you walk
Fucking
into this-
airports sometimes.
Yeah.
They're the same toilet paper,
They are.
and you're just
It is.
like,
I'm dead. Yeah, I just had my
I don't even have a
anti-annies. I'm
glove
ready to
to
let
use. Like,
loose.
you need a glove to use toilet paper that
You
thin. Like,
do.
it's really-
You do. You really do.
Like, if
Like,
they are
eh.
giving out toilet paper that thin, there needs to be a fucking glove rack right there.
It's a roll per BM, dude. So you just take the whole thing,
You-
and that's
you-
the thing.
you
You just
roll it.
wipe with the
Yeah.
thing, and then that's
put
it.
it
You
back
just
on
put
the
it
roll.
back. Yeah, that's,
It's like when you see like a chef just grab the like paper towels and just like wipe something up with
yeah,
the whole roll of paper
exactly.
towels.
Just like, all right, here we go. We're done.
I mean,
It's
who thinks
ridiculous.
that's acceptable to even produce?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
But it is suitable
humane.
for the covering of the washroom.
Yes,
It's like,
that's
this
fine.
Is like
You put it on the toilet
the
seat.
toilet seat
Yeah,
cover. That's
It's
like what
the
one ply
thinnest
is good
layer
for.
possible
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
between you and
And
whatever else has been on
700
that.
years of ass. Yeah, for sure.
700 years.
I mean, you just try to like hold in whatever bowel movement as long as possible to
Yeah.
the point that there's like 2 to 5% chance you might actually shit or piss yourself. Like
Yeah.
that you
Yeah.
always.
Well, you said you were
Float.
sneezing and pissing at the same time. So that
I-
was like
yeah.
some.
It was
Some action
Yeah,
you
pretty
did,
much.
man.
Yeah,
It's like a
right.
sprinkler.
Sprinkler. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
okay,
right.
It's
nice.
rough.
Yeah. Well, I think
Yeah, I try so hard to only ever shit at home.
Oh, the box
Whereas-
last night. We were there for a few hours, and I at the end was just like,
Oh, did you guys see the bathroom that was
I
designed?
didn't go.
Oh, you didn't?
I held it till we got home.
So there was a bathroom designed for fucking in.
No.
By the way.
Oh yeah, I've
Yeah.
heard about this.
So there was the last stall.
So
The
unnecessary.
last stall of the thing had this like hanging bar that like a
Oh,
person
okay.
could like hang off of, and then there was this little like couch behind the toilet that you could potentially
I
sit.
mean, that's
there.
a place where you need gloves for to like
Yeah.
walk in there with fucking gloves. Imagine if you turn on a black light in that fucking thing.
I
It's
asked
like,
you-
I actually traveled. with
light
them
up like the
there.
galaxy.
I asked the attendant. I just go, so
I was wearing my black light.
were you just like, all right? I go, how often are people fucking in this thing? And she's just like, about every night. I was like, there's people having sex in this toilet every night? Like, this is insane, dude. Like, I don't even know. She's like, you don't want to know the stuff I've seen. And I'm just like,
Yeah, you know,
I would
Actually,
love to.
I'd
I'm
love
just sitting
to.
here.
Can we
with
get
you
her?
wrestling
Can we
it.
get her here?
Let's get her
Yeah.
on the fucking pod.
You
She
should
was
have been
crushing
like,
it.
"Are you off tomorrow at like 1 o'clock?"
Yeah, come
'Cause,
on
like,
by. We
we would love to know what you.
Yeah.
I got a
It's like
thousand
it's funny you
questions.
should ask. We do really want to know.
Like,
Jeez, it was insane. It was mind blowing.
I wonder how often they like rotate the show and cast because like we were there last year. I didn't recognize anything.
Interesting.
Well, I'd imagine it wears you out over time. Like I don't think that's a thing where you're like, yeah, I've been at the box for 5 years.
Yeah,
Like,
probably.
I've been
not.
Just been
doing the
grind.
corn
Yeah.
dogs
I'm
there.
sure they have. I'm sure they have
Every
regulars.
night.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Like there's always at strip clubs. There's always like one dude, like big guy with like suspenders, eating like ribs or something in the front there. Like
Yeah.
there's like always one.
And
it's
he's just like, I just love it for the food.
fucking
Yeah.
like
The
unnecessary.
wings are
human
just
being.
amazing. You guys don't
Yeah,
understand.
yeah.
Yeah,
There's always one of those at least.
there is, dude.
I mean, it's just such a New York thing. Like, there's like nothing like this in any
No.
place in our shitholes, right? Like,
No.
maybe-
I missed out. I guess. But like
I,
I said,
maybe I don't know, but like I feel like you would know.
Yeah.
It's one of those
Yeah.
things I honestly would want to go with my wife. I wouldn't want to go as a bachelor because I feel so creepy as a dude. Just
Oh
going
no, it's
there.
a lot.
Oh yeah, hey sweetheart, like stay home
See,
tonight.
yeah,
I'm going to like see like
I'm going to
corn
a
dog
box.
festival. Nah, I'm good. You know, like if she was coming, I'm
Yeah.
cool with it. But I just going alone to that is just weird as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Throwing limes
Would
at them.
you go with-
Yeah, my wife
Yeah,
was there too.
yeah.
It was cool. Yeah,
It's better.
it was less creepy having your wife there.
Yeah,
for sure.
you
It's
gotta
just like,
have
oh
the
yeah,
wife
we're just
there.
hanging
It's
out.
Like,
It's just,
The,
yeah, I'm just hanging out,
Like,
just,
whatever.
like,
it's like
watching.
some kind of
watching
like
this
amusement
candle wax.
park,
Yeah.
like
Daddy.
zoo.
yeah, daddy stuff. Well, the funny, I think Deeze, like, or you were saying, I mean, the funniest thing is I think that there's that brand here where it's like peculiar and insane, but it's also like well done. Like it was a very well done show in some
Yeah.
ways. But I think where we're from, like it's kind of that, and it's not well done. So you're
Yeah,
in there,
exactly.
It's more just like
It's
sad. and
it's
you're
like,
like,
yeah,
horrific.
it's like, it's like,
yeah,
it's like,
yeah,
hey,
here it's
we got a
like-
fucking like our bar is called Moon Tits, and we cut the crotch out of a bunch of spacesuits that we got from NASA, and there's a cold cut buffet over there. It's like, oh,
Yeah, you want a
oh,
pastrami
boy,
sandwich?
fuck, yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, I feel like in New York, it's like, yeah, it was crazy. This woman like had sex with a corn dog.
Right.
It's like, yeah, last night it got weird. Like it was not cool. She was they made her fuck a corn dog.
Yeah.
Like,
Different.
The hell is
Yeah.
real sign is right there. It's just like I'm out on this. Yeah, so I don't know. It's weird. Like yeah, because it is everything here is just like in some ways better. I mean, you live in a big city too.
Yeah,
Like-
honestly, I'm loving New York.
Yeah.
to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Brooklyn is great. I had some fucking incredible pizza. I think you had some fucking great pizza.
Yeah.
From
Oh,
where?
yeah.
Where's your pizza place?
I don't know, man. The first night we went to that Loom Studios. Did you go to that one? It's like 4 or 5 stories. It was really cool.
I think yeah.
Yeah, so it was cool. I met a few people that I've been speaking to for a long time there, and like we walked to this random pizza place, and it It was fucking fantastic. And every fucking random place I've gone to so far for pizza, it's like the standards are high
Oh yeah.
for fucking pizza. I don't think.
Yeah,
people
when
are
a New
trying to-
Yorker's like, "Oh, that pizza's shit," it's like still not that bad.
Yeah.
I mean, we're looking.
Yeah.
I was looking at reviews and shit, but I don't know where the fuck.
Yeah.
Don't buy the 99-cent slices.
No. Fuck
Yeah.
that.
No. Well, I feel like they get weeded out really fast, right? Like
Yeah.
if it sucks, it's just like get the fuck out. We're done. Like bring in something else.
Yeah, because there's another
Yeah.
pizza place that doesn't suck
Right.
a quarter of a mile
Right,
away. So it's
right.
like, why am I going to go to this place that sucks?
Yeah.
There's one place like that pretty close to where I live that I don't understand. I tried it for the first time ever with Allie like a couple weeks ago, but I guess it's open really late, and so like we went at probably like midnight, and everyone there is like between 20 and 27 and
Yeah.
fucked up. And it was legitimately some of the worst pizza I ever had in my entire life. But it's
Wow.
always fucking crowded at night. And I think it's just because it's like the pizza place that's open near me that is open at midnight. But that was one of the first experiences I had where it's like a place that's been around for forever.
Shitty.
And like, I really just can't even begin to explain how awful it was. Like, we didn't even finish the pizza. We were like, this is unedible. Like, we're inedible. We're just going to get something else.
That's
That's bad.
Yeah.
That's
I'll
really
eat
bad.
Little Caesars. It's not Dexter.
Yeah.
There was one. I had one bad slice. There was like it's actually an Italian place. That guy, everyone was Italian. Guys sitting outside were like furniture, like they lived there. You
Oh, I
tell,
love that.
right? You know, like they get one espresso like every hour. or
Yeah.
whatever. So I walk in. I'm like, all right, this is legit. You know, Italian flags everywhere.
Oh, hell
So like I'm like I grabbed one slice and it was like I guess it was like focaccia bread. It was like this thick.
No.
And it was like fucking
No.
like this like I just like I ate like a couple bites and then the owner comes out and he's like, how is it?
Oh,
It's like, you know, and I'm like,
no.
oh my, it's great. And then he's just hanging out with me. I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta eat this now.
Oh, God.
Like I had like a conversation
How
about
much
the
of
pizza.
did you finish?
I ate like at least 2/3 of it, unfortunately, and it was like
Wow.
fucking like a bag of bricks, man. It was thick as hell. It was like dough.
There are a few places like that, but there are good ones as well. It's I think I know what you're talking about. Maybe this is just some shitty
It was
pizza.
in Brooklyn. It was.
But there's like
I'll send
a...
you. I'll send you. The
Yeah, let me know where it is.
Nuts.
I'll go check it out. But there was a place up on the Upper East Side I used to go to, live pretty close to it. It was called like PQR. I think it closed down.
All right.
But it was like a very particular style of pizza that was like from Rome.
Neapolitan, right?
Not Neapolitan.
Okay.
It was like focaccia bread, but they would do this like special type of like curing isn't the right word, but I don't fucking know what is.
Dry age.
Like something for the dough.
Dry aged pizza.
Yeah,
just
they made
where
it
it was like
fucking
really,
Right.
really airy. And
Yeah,
so
yeah,
like
yeah.
Big
it
bubble.
was kind of like focaccia in a
Just
lot of
that-
ways.
I mean, it
But-
could be done well.
Yeah.
I love focaccia on its own.
Yeah,
It's like,
but like I could see that tasting really bad if it's not done.
one
well.
thing I haven't had here that I really wish I could. I had steak. We had great steak at fucking. What was the name of that fucking place? There was an amazing steakhouse. I'll figure it out. Like it was like, damn man. New York-
Ponderosa in Times Square.
No, it's not.
No, I'm kidding.
Outback
Yeah,
Steakhouse.
The
Outback
steak, the
Steakhouse,
steak here is like fuck, man. It's
Yeah.
like good shit. But no, it was what I want is buffalo mozzarella, like fresh, like
Oh.
fucking mozzarella. I haven't had it yet.
So the pizza place Lindustry, like literally a block away, they have a really good mozzarella slice that just has really good buffalo mozzarella on it. Really
Their
good.
burrata's insane.
yeah,
too.
burrata was
Yeah,
nice too, man.
People love their fucking burrata out here.
it's good.
Burrata, rolls,
That's great.
bread,
That's
carbs.
fucking
It's so
amazing.
good.
Yeah.
How
We had it
much-
last night. It was great. I that's not something I would never order at home.
And the big part about here is that like it like takes away the likelihood that you're gonna forget a DiGiorno in the oven while you pass out. Like the Tombstone pizza, where like that's happened to me like probably 3 or 4 times in college, where I would just go to sleep and then just wake up to that thing just flaming out. I'm
there
like,
was
holy
times-
shit!
I had that once
Oh,
where I really
God.
fell asleep making mac and cheese and like almost caught our kitchen on
Yeah, it's
fire.
not
It's like,
good.
She has horror stories. Like she was taking a shower. I was high, trying to make some ramen. Forgot to put the water in. Put the ramen in for 3 minutes.
Oh god!
And at the minute 30 or 2 minute mark, I'm like at my computer. I have like severe ADD where like I'll put something in the microwave and the smell won't really trigger anything until I hear the beep that goes off.
There you go.
And I'm like in my thing, doing my thing. I'm like, oh, it smells weird. And I go in there, I'm like, oh no. And I'm like, it's black. Like we had a white fucking thing. It's black. It's like on fire. Like I opened it up and it's literally like flames are on the black noodles. Like
Yeah.
the shit is just all black and on fire. And I'm like coughing. She's in the shower. Like, is everything okay? I'm like,
Could you smell it in the shower? Obviously, like right. It might be the stroke or like. Yeah.
It was bad.
I've never
God.
fucked that up again though. Like
No.
I will.
I mean, you have,
triple
like,
check.
nothing
That's
to
the only
fuck up.
time he makes ramen without water.
I mean, you basically have the ramen and you have water. That's like that.
That's
Those
it.
are the
All you
instructions.
have to do is open it up and put the water in. I opened it up. I took the sauce packet and the vegetable out. I put the vegetable on top. I left it out, didn't put water, and just shut it. Walked away for 3
I love that
minutes.
there's another world where like it doesn't catch on fire, but like 3 minutes later he takes out the ramen. He's high as fuck,
Just
and he's
eats
like,
it all.
"This ramen tastes really weird. Like it's so dry."
Dude, so it like melts into the plastic and then it blows out the back of the
Oh.
microwave, so the wall gets black. You can't use the microwave again because it just is like anything you would ever cook in it is
No, it's
just
just like
forever
plastic
yeah.
ramen.
burnt.
Oh yeah.
And it's just toast.
Holy shit.
And you're like, wow, if
Did
I
you
would've
just
let
buy
that
a new
go, like-
microwave?
What?
Did you just buy a new microwave?
Oh, immediately we had to buy a new
Yeah.
microwave. Like, we can never use this thing again. Like, there's like, I'm not gonna get another bowl of ramen out and run it back.
Yeah.
Like, that's just not on the table right now.
Good
But you only
God,
make the
man.
mistake once.
Yeah. Yeah,
And you
pretty
could
much.
you could easily burn the house down. Like there was
Yeah, I
the-
No, it's not hard. Yeah.
a fucking meme of the kid burning the ramen, and like that never crystallized in my head.
I don't
so I
remember
did
that.
myself.
Okay. Yeah.
Were you guys pyros growing up at all?
No, I was
No?
not.
I was,
burned
yeah.
shit.
Yeah, I totally
Unfortunately.
was.
I mean, like, man, I'm really happy I didn't fucking fuck myself up. Continue this.
My friends and I, we used to take like clementines.
Yeah,
like,
okay.
Like small like tangerines and stuff, and we would like kind of cut a hole in them and hollow them out, and then we'd fill them with WD-40
There you
and
go.
use a watermelon balloon, and we'd light them on fire and rocket them
Oh,
like
hell
across
yeah.
parking lots. And
That
stuff.
shit could go wrong too.
Yeah, it was
It could go
definitely not
very
smart.
wrong, yeah.
Blow up in your face.
It was-
Just dudes rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Classic
just
shit.
dudes being bros, classic like 7th grade tomfoolery.
Yeah.
You steal your dad's WD-40 and you light some shit on fire.
Take a couple huffs off of it first.
yeah, it was a good time.
Uh,
We had this rubber chicken one time that we found, and we like covered it in WD-40 and we lit it on fire next to our elementary school, and we started to like catch the side of the school on fire.
Holy shit.
And so there was like we were able to put it out,
Yeah.
but then like for the entirety of my time growing up, like no one really knew, but the elementary school had like this massive burn mark on the side. We were
Yeah.
the ones who like started to catch the elementary school on fire.
Classic.
But yeah, like we were so lucky that we weren't like
I'm kind of
slightly
happy
more
like,
fucking
kids today
stupid.
are not like
Agreed.
doing this
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, this is the era like afterwards, years later. It's like Jackass like was huge. Like people were just doing stupid shit all the. I think they're still doing stupid shit on like I don't know, like for like likes and stuff.
Yeah,
But it's not as like I think pervasive where like everyone's.
yeah, we were just
like,
doing it because we were
stupid shit.
bored.
Yeah, it was.
We like were
it
trying to
wasn't for,
find out
like,
how we
clout.
could like fuck up lighters. So you like one we were trying to like fuck them up so like the flame would be really big, and then we started figuring out that if you like punctured some holes in it and like threw it at a fire, it would explode.
yeah.
And so we were like doing that. It was a good time.
You know, one thing we used to do is we grab condoms and we fill them up with water. You ever done this before? Like they just never, because they're condoms, so that you can. It becomes like a water balloon like this.
But they don't really
big.
pop.
And then we throw them off the top of fucking like large fucking buildings.
Oh, God.
And just like, and like again, thank God, like no one was fucking.
Yeah.
But like, dude, it was like a massive like explosion, huge. You gotta try this once. I mean,
We might
like,
need to do it live on the pod.
you should.
Yeah, we
You
should.
gotta. You're not gonna believe your eyes. Like this thing just keeps fucking.
You just fit like gallons, like you like took like 20 gallons.
Yeah,
of
man,
one
we had like
fucking-
a lot of weird ass fucking, you know.
Well,
and
now-
then
yeah.
later on, it was like in Canada and Toronto, it was just like chilling out in fucking parking lots,
That's the
That
move.
was it.
That's the move.
strip
right there.
malls.
Well, I feel like
Parking
instead
lots.
of like pyros and stuff, it's like you just eat a thing of NyQuil chicken now and you just pass out for the night, and that's kind of like the dangerous moment that you experience. It's like, all right, sweet. Yeah, I almost died in a fire, man. It was nuts. Yeah, it was crazy. It was I was living in right next to Wrigley Field, and it was the last day of 4th of July weekend, so I was passed out completely. It was like 5 a.m. and one of the AC units blew up in the back of our building and was like engulfing our house in flames. And I wouldn't have woken up, I don't think, but this drunk that was still up from the night before across the street punched in my window. We were the garden unit, and he just punches my window. And he's like, "Wake the fuck up! You're gonna
Good.
burn alive!" And I'm like, what the fuck? I like just went to bed
Wow.
like 3 hours ago. It was nuts. We
That's
walk
crazy.
outside,
What
and the whole
happened
thing.
to the unit or the building?
So the firefighters made it there in time, and we're out there like talking to him, like, "How the fuck did this happen, dude?" And he like looks at his cigarette butt. He goes, "Probably that." And I'm like, I don't think it was a cigarette butt, dude. And then of course it turned out to be an exploded AC unit.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, it's a fucking cigarette butt, dude. Like, Didn't golf the whole house.
Forensic
I'm like,
fucking.
yeah,
That's probably it.
yeah, just like yeah, they flick them out and they just.
If that was the case, like this city would have burned
It would
down
be
already.
done, yeah.
Like,
Many would, yeah.
All the time, like
You'd
every
just
day.
always be
we would just
burning,
be,
yeah.
like,
It's burning constantly.
9/11 was like a fucking
Constantly.
cigarette
Right,
butt.
yeah, exactly.
Constantly
Everything.
burning.
Just a few construction workers
Yeah.
on smoke breaks.
There we go. Oh, it's fucking
I
ridiculous.
mean, it's classic. I feel like that's something where I'm still really anal when I'm throwing things in the trash.
For
I'm
sure.
Like, I'm running this underwater.
So am I.
Yeah,
Yeah,
straight
up.
definitely.
Same
Yeah.
here.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I've never started a fire in a trash can, but I don't want to really like
No.
learn.
No. Hell
I'm
no.
happy I've never fucking.
Yeah,
that
knock
shit's
on wood,
not- I
dude.
mean, the one time was like some candles out, and there was like a napkin that caught on fire, and I remember just seeing like the silhouette on the wall of like just flashes of light,
It's
and I was
terrifying,
like,
dude.
fuck.
Yeah.
But I was like, that could like a few minutes, like I'm not there, that whole house would be on
I
fire.
mean, it's crazy what can happen like in a grease fire on your stove.
Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah,
if you don't know,
yeah.
like, oh, I need to like put this thing out and like
With a
not
blanket,
add water.
essentially,
Yeah, like
yeah.
with blanket, like cover it.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah.
And then people get water and that was
Just like those are some of the best. Those speaking of those turkey videos are some of the best ever. The deep fried turkey fails where like people like. So have you seen? Is this a thing in Canada?
Deep fried turkey.
So this is
stuff?
a very American thing.
Videos.
This is a new way to kill yourself. It's like a new thing on Dumb Ways to Die. Is that like you tell your family you're really doing research and you're gonna do a deep fried turkey for the holidays, and then there's something where you fuck up the oil level because like people don't realize. I guess is it essentially people don't realize how much volume a turkey takes up.
Yeah.
So they put too much hot oil in the fryer.
Well, and they put the frozen. It's not a defrosted turkey too. So
Oh,
they
yeah.
take the frozen thing, and the frozen turkey, like a 25-pound frozen turkey, hits a thing of like a boiling grease water and just blows the fuck up. And
like
it
in their
happens-
face.
Why-
And it's like
why are they
it's like
doing
a
it?
ring
Fried
doorbell.
turkey
Yeah,
tastes
fried
fucking
turkey.
awesome.
It is good.
It's really good.
It's a
Well, 'cause
ring
turkey tastes like
doorbell
shit.
cam
It is.
footage of Uncle
It
Larry
seems
just getting burnt
counterintuitive,
fucking
like,
alive.
Don't you like?
Like,
But wouldn't you cut the turkey up like chicken and put it?
no,
No,
the whole
you just
thing.
Why
That's,
would
that's
you
not
do
the
both?
American way.
I see, of course. It's un-American.
Yeah, it would be un-American
Fucking
to
un-American.
do it that way because
Yeah.
then it's not truly a deep fried turkey.
Yeah.
Deep fried turkey.
Yeah, I mean, to
pieces.
be honest, like though, once you do have deep fried
I
turkey,
was just gonna ask that.
regular turkey's like kind of inedible. It's really good.
I'm just seeing how long it takes.
Yeah,
to get this,
it
like-
probably takes about half an hour from here, maybe.
we should probably wrap it up here. We are coming up close to.
Well, it was a fucking pleasure, like recording a conversation that we have regularly. Like, you know, like this is like literally.
in our group chat.
Yeah, this is sort of like everyday conversation, man.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
I
It's
wish we were
fucking
in
great.
person more often. Like, it's
Same.
like
Yeah, I
rare
know,
that
it'd be cool,
we're
man.
all in the same
We gotta
place.
start like a rural Ohio community center. Just hang out there.
Did you guys
know,
go-
like,
what's
let's do it.
halfway between fucking you and me? It's just like
It's a good question.
I don't know.
We're actually pretty close. Like, yeah, and we're gonna be raging at VCon.
Yeah, I was gonna say you guys are doing something over there.
to roll in. I mean, dude.
I'd love to, man, but shit.
Teleport
I'm
in.
fucking used up my.
well, you have a
Well, yeah, you have a
kid on
child,
the
by the
way.
way. I mean,
Yeah.
dude, like, sorry, babe, I gotta go to VCon.
Yeah.
Eat
You know,
fucking
Gary
rib
V
cocktails.
needs me,
Gary
baby. It's
V.
important.
Sorry,
There's
babe.
this steak
Sorry,
dinner.
it's like fucking duty calls.
Yeah, the babe smooths it all over,
Yeah.
though. You know.
Yeah, sweetheart.
Well, yeah, this is fucking great. Dude.
Yeah.
Had a
This is
blast.
awesome.
Yeah.
I don't even think. Do we ask the question?
No,
No.
I think we'll ask another time. We'll get him.
What's the question?
So, all right, we're gonna give you an unfair advantage. At some point, we'll have you on the podcast and like actually learn about who you are and all that fun stuff.
Amazing.
Considering that we don't fucking know each other still.
Right.
But normally we ask guests on the podcast if you were gonna have an autobiography, write an autobiography about yourself, what would the title be? But don't answer it now. We'll get you back on another season of the pod. You have some time to think about
All
it.
right. So
Yeah.
that's interesting. I mean, I would like a 3-part autobiography like that Prince Harry kid or whatever.
Dude,
right?
I told
I
him.
think you
I need a
earned it.
penguin,
So they-
I need a penguin deal, like a tell-all.
Dude, they-
fucking bullshit.
they-
Just throw everyone under the bus.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
fucking
it's like my
trilogy
fucking
for your
father
life.
is a piece of shit. My fucking friends are fucking assholes. Like killed like 50 people in the war. Like,
They,
it's like,
dude, they asked me on the pod yesterday what the title of my book would be, and I just go spare.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
exactly.
like this, like, that's
I'll
my
be like,
autobiography.
Spare is fucking perfect.
It's so fucking dumb.
Just do a fucking full facial shot of
Yeah,
like, just every
so
fucking
dramatic.
blemish. Like
Yeah.
this is me. Like
Spare.
every you see it all.
This is spare.
Look,
Cool.
every detail.
Well, we
Yeah,
all
well, fuck
rolling out
yeah.
for drinking.
Yeah, let's do it. Are you guys
Yeah,
rolling
do
too?
this.
Yeah.
Definitely. I'm gonna go back to my place for a minute.